Hello everyone and welcome to Schrodinger's cat. This is Devabrata here. In a previous lecture, today we discuss that the basically electrostatics from class 12, and today we will discuss the another most important topic for the NEET, JEE Main and Advanced, basically the kinematics. So here we will discuss the motion in a straight line, terms related to motion, kinematics equation of uniformly and non-uniformly accelerated motion, graphs related to the motion, relative motion in one dimension, motion in a plane, vectors, and the relative velocity in two dimensions, uniform circular motion. So total number of questions are coming in the entrance in NEET exam 4 or 5, in JEE Main also 5 questions, and JEE Advanced 3 to 4 questions are coming from these chapters kinematics. So first of all we will discuss the vectors. So first of all, that in this topic vectors, that suppose the magnitude of the vector is r is equal to root over of x square plus y square plus z square, and the scalar product a dot b is equal to ab cos theta, and the angle between of two vectors, that a and b, basically if the angle be the theta, so it would become the cos theta here, that ax bx plus ay by plus az bz by root over of component x square plus ay square plus az square root over bx square by square plus bz square. And one thing is that the dot product of like means I dot I is equal to j dot j is equal to k dot k is equal to 1, as theta is 0 degree, and the dot product of unlike, like I dot j dot k and k dot I is equal to 0 because of theta is equal to 90 degree. And this is the scalar product. Next one is the vector product, is basically that the a cross b is defined as the a b sin theta n cap. Basically it is the I j k and the component here ax ay az bx by bz. So here that I cross I is equal to j cross j is equal to k cross k, it should be 0 because theta is 0 degree, and the unlike I cross j is equal to k, and j cross k is equal to I, and k cross I is equal to j because theta of 90 degree. This one for I, j and the k clockwise. And second one, the resultant of the vector, resultant of two vectors. Suppose this is a vector and this is another, and this is vector P, and this is Q, and this is resultant vector R. So this angle is theta alpha and this angle is theta. So resultant of two vector is basically R square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha, and the tan theta is equal to Q sin alpha divided by P plus Q cos alpha. And resolution of vector, basically that suppose this is the resolution of vector. Suppose this is a vector F and the component here is F1 and this is F2 and this make an angle of theta. So F1 be the F cos alpha and F2 would be the F sin alpha. This is the resolution of the vector. And suppose these two in the different angle. Suppose this is a vector F, another vector, and that is another vector. Suppose this is F, F1 and the F2, this is angle of alpha and this is angle of beta. So basically here the F1 would be F sin beta divided by sin of alpha plus beta and the another one, the F2 would be the F sin alpha by sin of alpha plus beta. So these are our vectors. Next go through our second topic, linear motion kinematics, or as you say the pronunciation of like kinematics. Basically first one is the, I just draw a line here for your understanding better. So first of one is that the instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity V is defined as the ds dt, basically the ds and dt, and the instantaneous, this is the instantaneous speed, this is the instantaneous velocity, instantaneous, TANEOUS, instantaneous velocity. And for the instantaneous speed, the mod v vector is equal to mod of ds dt. This is the difference, mod ds dt. This is the instantaneous speed. This is difference between the speed and the velocity. And the change in velocity, basically the del v, v2 minus v1. Average velocity, average velocity is v average is equal to displacement del r by time taken del t is equal to r2 minus r1 divided by t2 minus t1. And the average speed is total distance travel, basically the total distance travel r total by total time t total. Next one is that the instantaneous acceleration. So instantaneous acceleration would be dv dt, rate of change of velocity, is defined as the ddt of v means ds dt is equal to d square s dt square. And the average acceleration, a average acceleration is del v del t is equal to v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. So second one is the equation of motion. Suppose u is initial velocity, v final velocity, and a be the uniform acceleration of body, and Sn distance travelled in n speed, and S be the distance travelled, and Sn be the distance travelled in nth second. So the equation of motion v equal to u plus at, S equal to ut plus half at square, v square equal to, we just consider here acceleration, and for deceleration it would be minus a, u square plus 2s. Next one is the Sn, u plus a by 2 2n minus 1. So if velocity is increasing, a positive, and velocity is decreasing, a negative. Now motion under gravity, third point, the motion under gravity. So motion under gravity, basically if particle is going up, g would be negative. So here v would be u minus gt, h would be ut minus half gt square, and the v square equal to u square minus 2ah. Sorry, here a means g, 2gh. Now if the particle is going down, g would be positive. So here v would be u plus gt, and h would be ut plus half gt square, v square equal to u square plus 2gh. Now fourth one is the relative velocity. Basically vab is equal to vac plus vcb, where vab is velocity of a respect to b, ac means velocity of a with respect to c, and this is the velocity of c with respect to b. So go ahead, our next topic is graph plotting. So formally, displacement versus time, s versus t graph. So when particle is at rest, the particle is at rest, s versus t, the graph would be this one. This is time t and this is s. Particle at rest. Second one, moving with constant velocity. So s versus t would be linear. S t, here constant velocity, v is constant. Third one, moving with constant acceleration. So for moving with constant acceleration, s versus t, this would be the graph. This s versus t, acceleration constant. Fourth one, moving with constant retardation. Basically this is time, this is displacement, and for retardation, constant retardation, this is for the constant retardation. So second one is the velocity versus time, v versus time. This is the s versus t, this is v versus t. First one, velocity is constant. So for velocity constant, this one would be the graph. This is v origin and the t. Second one, moving with constant acceleration, same case. This would be the graph. V versus t, moving with constant acceleration, a constant, here v constant. Fourth one, moving with constant deceleration. So for moving with constant deceleration, this would be the graph. This is the v and this is the t, basically constant deceleration. And fourth one, acceleration is increasing. So acceleration is increasing, here v t condition, acceleration is increasing. So slope at any point in v t graph gives acceleration. Vt graph, this slope gives the acceleration dv dt. Second one, suppose this is a graph and this is time t1 and this is t2. So area between on time t1 t2 gives distance travelled in the duration is defined as s equal to integration v dt. So second one is the relative motion. So this is the relative motion, basically is defined, suppose this is a point A and this is a point B, this is RA and this is the RB. So this point, for the vector triangle rule, this direction, this would be this direction, and this is the RAB. So here RAB means RA minus RB. RA minus RB. So in similar, VAB is VA minus VB and the acceleration AAB is equal to AA minus AB, where VAB is velocity of A with respect to B. So fourth one is that river or stream, swimmer or boat, basically river boat problem. River boat case, basically river A point, this is velocity of VMV MW, this is a point B, A to B, and this is point of V MG, this point is P. So velocity with respect to water is equal to velocity with respect to still water. Basically the V of mg is equal to V of mw plus V of wg, or velocity of mw is equal to velocity of mg minus velocity of wg. Displacement along flow direction is drift dx. And another thing is that basically to reach directly opposite point directly, so this is the drift dx is 0, and here the t minimum time that swim perpendicular to flow, this is the minimum time that is swim perpendicular to flow, is that t minimum is equal to w by v, and the dx drift drift dx is d suffix x w u by v. And another thing is that for minimum, this is u velocity perpendicular and this is velocity v with making angle theta. So here the minimum distance path or directly opposite point, that sin theta is equal to u by v, and the t time would be w by u square minus v square, and here the drift d suffix x is equal to 0. So third one is the most important, that the projectile motion. So for projectile motion, suppose this is a projectile of the drawn figures. This is O and the x, y. This is the ux and this make angle theta. Ux, this is u, so u cos theta, and here the uy is u sin theta. So here in this point, suppose v velocity, this is the vx and this is the vy, and this is the h max height, and this is the r range, and this is called the projectile trajectory. So projectile trajectory. So first one, that equation of path followed by particle in a projectile motion, that the equation of motion is y equal to tan theta x minus g by 2u square cos square theta x square. This equation is type of y equal to bx minus cx square. This is the equation of parabola, parabolic path, and here the maximum height that u sin theta by g, height maxi that u sin theta by g, put theta 45 degree. Total time of flight is t, 2u sin theta divided by g. Greatest height attained, this is defined at capital H, is u sin theta whole square divided by 2g, and the H max for theta 45 degree would become u square by 2g. Horizontal range is r, u square sin 2 theta by g, and the r max for theta 45 degree is u square by g. So important point is that at highest point the v would be v naught cos theta, and the momentum here p mv, so m v naught cos theta. So kinetic energy here half mv square, basically the half m v naught square cos square theta. displacement in x after time t is defined, the displacement x is equal to v naught cos theta t. Displacement in y, this is displacement at x, and displacement of y is equal to v naught sin theta t minus half gt square. And the angular momentum L is basically r cross p. So p means mv, so m v naught cos theta, and r means h, height, where h is height or displacement in y, and r is same for theta and 90 minus theta. Basically the r theta is to r 90 minus theta would be 1:1, same, and the h theta is to h 90 minus theta is equal to tan square theta is to 1. This is the motion, equation of motion, tan square theta. So second one is the horizontal projectile for h. Horizontal projectile from height h. So for that case we just go through another page, that the horizontal projectile motion. Horizontal projectile from height h. This is the horizontal projection from h, that horizontal projection, this one, this is the v naught, and here this is the v x component vx, and this is the y component vy, and this is the h. So for that case the total time of flight t, time of flight is equal to root over 2h by g, and the range r v naught into time of flight 2h by g. Third one, y component of velocity at time t, vy, is defined as the gt. Speed v after time t second, speed after time t second is sum of two component vx square plus vy square, basically that the v naught square, vx means v naught square plus gt whole square, and the angle, this angle is phi. So velocity component of x with angle phi of the velocity v is tan phi is equal to gt by v naught, and the equation of trajectory here, y equal to minus gx square by 2 v naught square. This is the case 2, and first case projectile at an angle theta, horizontal. Second case horizontal projection from height h, and now go ahead our third case, that the projection from height h at an angle theta below horizon. So below horizon case, so this is the projectile. Suppose I just draw here for your better understanding. This is the projectile, and here h, and this is the v naught cos theta here, this is an angle V naught, this is angle theta, so here it would be V naught cos theta, and here as like that Vx, Vy, this is the V and this is the phi, and this is the here this is V naught cos theta, and here V naught sin theta. So here equation of motion, that H is equal to V naught sin theta t plus half g t square. Vy, basically Vy after time t second is V naught sin theta plus gt, and speed, that the resultant speed Vx square plus Vy square, you just put this value, that here Vx is V naught cos theta, just put this value, plus Vy means V naught sin theta plus gt. So and the angle tan phi, that would be the V naught sin theta plus gt divided by V naught cos theta. Just component you just see in your figure. So second one, projection from height h at an angle theta above horizon. This is below horizon and this is above horizon, just same case, and here this is the for below or above horizontal case. So this is the plus minus, and here would be the plus minus, all are same. I just write in another pen here. This is for the above horizon case, minus and minus, plus for the below horizon, so minus negative for the above horizontal, and the minus positive for the below horizontal. This is the difference, or all the equations and the procedures are same. So last one is that projectile on inclined plane. This is very important for JEE advanced purposes. So for projectile, projection on inclined plane, projection in inclined plane. So I think this would be the another page here, projection in inclined plane. That the projection in inclined plane. So for that this is a motion, this is the V naught, and this is the R. So this angle is alpha, this is beta, and this is alpha minus beta. So here the initial velocity along the inclined plane, the Vi, is basically the V naught cos the angle between alpha minus beta. Initial velocity along perpendicular direction is V naught sine component alpha minus beta. Total time of flight is 2 V naught sine angle alpha minus beta divided by g cos beta. Horizontal range capital R 2 v naught square sin alpha minus beta cos alpha g is cos beta, and the range on inclined plane is x is r by cos beta is equal, just put this value here, that 2 v naught square sin angle alpha minus beta cos alpha by g cos beta into cos beta, cos square beta, and x will be maximum at alpha when 45 degree plus beta by 2. This is for the important maximum case, x max, that v naught square divided by g1 plus sin beta. So another one is the projection on inclined plane. This is projection, and here all the approaches are the same, but here one thing is that the two cases here, this is for minus, and I think all the calculation would be same. This is projection on inclined plane, this is above and below horizon, minus for the above horizontal above, and the another approach is for the plus the below horizontal. So we just cover all the topics here. The chapter summary in a nutshell. I just said one thing is that for your exam point of view, we just do this chapter summary in a nutshell and do previous year problem coming in NEET, JEE and Advanced for your exam purposes. Basically in this exam all the questions are coming for the numerical problems like MCQ. So for that I just summarize and do problems. So after completing all the chapters, we just elaborately do theory. Just let's inclined in a touch. So go ahead our problem discussion sessions. First one coming in NEET exam 2019 is saying that a person traveling in a straight line moves with a constant velocity v1 for certain distance x with a constant velocity v2 for next equal distance. The average velocity v is given by what relation? So for solving this problem, you know the v average is equal to total s divided by time. So s1 by v1 plus s2 by v2 plus s3 by v3 plus dot dot. So total d is x plus x, total distance, so 2x, and the total time t total is t1 first time and t2. So t1 is x by v, so x by v1 plus another for the v2 x by v2, simply. So for the v average, that total distance by total time, just put this value here. Total distance 2x, total time is x by velocity v1, x by velocity v2. So v average is v given, so this is the v and this is 2 by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. So the relation would become 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 is equal to 2 by v. I think B would be correct answer. 2 by v equal to 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. Next one coming in JEE Main 2023 recent questions saying that the trajectory of projectile projected from the ground, define this equation y equal to x minus x square by 20. This is the equation of parabola where xy is measured in meter. The maximum height attained by the projectile will be what? So here first this is the projectile motions, this is a point here, that xy, x and the y, So this trajectory is defined by the equation x minus x square by 20. So y equal to x minus x square by 20. For maximum condition, so we have to first derivative should be 0 for maximum condition. Just put the y value ddx y x minus x square by 20 is equal to 0. So just do derivative, 1 minus x by 10 is equal to 0, or x would be 10 meter. So you have to find the maximum height. So y max at x equal to 10 meter. So 10 minus 10 square by 20. So it would become 5 meter. So I think B would be the correct answer. Go ahead, our next problem. Coming in JEE Advanced 2024. Sorry, 2004. Oldest question was, but this is important for your exam point of view, for a better concept and understandings here, that you know a small block slides without friction down an inclined plane starting from rest. Let Sn be the distance travelled from the Tn minus 1 to T, Tn minus 1 to N, N minus 1 to N. So you have to find the Sn by Sn plus 1, that the distance travelled in tth second is St. So St would become U plus At by A by 2. You just know this formula, and here initial is rest, so U equal to 0. So Sn by Sn plus 1, just put this value An minus A by 2, A into N plus 1 minus A by 2. So A would be common here, 2n minus 1 into 2 by 2a, 2n plus 1. So this would be the 2n minus 1 by 2n plus 1. I think C would be correct answers, 2n minus 1 by 2n plus 1. Next one, coming in NEET 2021. This is also a recent questions. A particle moving in a circular of radius r with a uniform speed takes a time capital T to complete one revolution. If this particle were projected with the same speed at an angle theta to the horizontal, the maximum height attained by the equal to 4r. So here given that h max equal to 4r. So angle of projection is what? You have to find the theta. So you know, I just write here the one formula, that in a chapter summary in a nutshell, that u square sin square theta by 2g, this is maximum height, and given the h max is 4r. So u basically s by t, here s means the periphery 2 pi r, and t means time of revolution capital T. You just put this value here, 4r equal to 2 pi r divided by t whole square sin square theta by 2g. So here you just get the sin theta is equal to 2g t square by pi square r to the power half, or theta would become sin inverse 2g t square by pi square r to the power half. I think D would be the correct answer. Sin inverse 2g t square by pi square capital R to the power half. Next one, coming in JEE Main 2023. From the VT graph shown, the ratio of distance to displacement in 25 seconds of motion each. You have to find the distance to displacement. So displacement is written at s and distance is written as x, or in general r by s. You have to find this ratio. Here given the vt graph. So you just know one thing, that the vt graph, the s means vdt, the area under the curve. So displacement is the area under the curve. So for this concept, the displacement is equal to area of graph. So area what? So this triangle. So half base into height, 10 into 5. First one, this one, plus this one rectangular, 10 into 5. This one complete, this one complete. Second one, this triangle, this portion. So half 5 into 30 plus half into 5 into 30 plus this one, this triangle and this one, the half 5 into 20, and the rest one is minus half 5 into 20. This is the total area of this graph. So here it would be 25, 50, 75, 50 minus 50. So 150 meter, and this is the displacement. The displacement is s, and now the distance means r. For the distance, area of graph with the absolute value, this is the distance. Distance means area with absolute value. This mod, taken the mod, all the positive. So distance is 25, 50, 75, 50, 50. So it would become 25, 250. So you have to find the r by s ratio. So 250 by 150. So basically 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 B would be our, 5 by 3 A would be our correct answer. So I just cover here for the kinematics chapters that the 5 questions here for your practice and 5 for your homework. Basically we have covered 10 questions. I think after you just go through all my 10 questions and you have to solve all the questions from the coming in the kinematics in the NEET, JEE Main and Advanced. And after we just complete all the chapters, we will elaborately do theory and all the problem session of per chapter, like one chapter 25 problems, kinematics and as you will say the gravitation. So just pause the video and take a screenshot of the 5 questions homework. First one is JEE Advanced, second one is JEE Main, and third, fourth, fifth coming in the NEET exam. Just take a screenshot. I just paused 5 seconds. So finally, that the contact, solve this homework, and if anyone need the files of my study material or my YouTube lecture, just mail without no hesitations. catsedingers1935@gmail.com. So thank you everyone. Stay happy Halloween.